So I felt, let me turn this down. I felt moved. I won't say obligated. I felt moved to do a video about saying, first of all, rest in peace, man, to P.E.A.C.E, a Freestyle Fellowship. If you know anything about my background, I managed Freestyle Fellowship for some years. I was the last manager of Freestyle Fellowship. After me, they haven't been the type of group that would have a manager. They're more friends, collabing sometimes, on occasion. That was kind of a lie. I'll come back to that one. Their relationship is crazy, but I'll come back to that one. I'll tell y'all some real shit as this progresses, as I get more open. But a lot of this is going to be my experience, as a manager, a label manager, a Project Blowed, artist manager of dozen artists, specifically in the indie space. I know our stories don't get shared because, we kind of don't share them or whatever. I don't know why that is, but I'm about to share the shit, so whatever. It's raining out here. I'm in LA. It's super raining. That's why I'm like this. You looking like you in New York. No, I'm looking like an LA person who don't like to get wet, because that's how we are. If it ain't a beach, the water can't come from the sky. Anyway, so if you know, recently P.E.A.C.E from Freestyle Fellowship passed away. Mtulazji Davis was his real name. I know him for a long time. Amazing dude, high energy guy, super dope rapper, but definitely high energy, first description. And I just remember constant energy. An annoyance to a certain level, right? We had this relationship like he was a younger brother, even though technically I felt like he was a couple of months older than me. But he still was like a little brother. As a manager, I had a lot of people be like, oh, you like the big little bro, you like the big little homie. Because when they older than you, but they still have to take your direction, there's a whole reconciling with that they got to do, right? So P.E.A.C.E was like a little brother, but he was probably more of a lateral brother. And we had a lot of days of just being on the road together, being in the studio together, you know what I mean, being at venues. And he was, for me as a manager, he's in my top 5, maybe top 3 most difficult artists to work with. Not in the time of creation. I need you on the mic. Boom. Okay, Brady. All right, what you? Boom. He go to his corner. He start writing. One of his few quiet moments that you gonna catch. Little giggles. He laughing at his own raps. He entertained by what he does. I love artists who are entertained by what they do on that level, where they just can laugh to themselves at it in the corner. He's one of those dudes. But outside of that, we get to a show, we get to anything else, it's high energy, right? And I remember this one time. See, I want to say he's high energy and also questionable decision after questionable decision after questionable decision is made on his side, right? So one thing I'm not going to do is when somebody passed, create this facade of like, and they were saying, no, this is not saying, it's my dog, but he a mess, right? So I remember, but the way things would work out for him, he was like, he's kind of like, and he and Dumbfounded, if you know the rapper Dumbfounded, they have this in common. You know Kramer off of Seinfeld? Remember how he came across so like flippant and weird and like kind of random? But if you think about it, he always made enough money to live right across from a person who's famous and got all their stuff together, Jerry Seinfeld. Like the whole time, I pay my rent, you pay your rent. I hang out with the mailman, you hang out with famous people, but I get mine done. That was the thing, like with P.E.A.C.E, where it's like situations that you know were no good for anybody. He would come out like, with a trophy. Crazy. So we at this club one time. We had a show, small show, packed show. It's the last show. It's the last run of Freestyle Fellowship. Their last tour run. So we're on it. Maybe the second show though. Second show, last run. We're doing our thing. They kill it. People are loving them. People are going wild. They back. It's the Fellowship. We will never fall off the promise. All that. This is during the Promise album. We go outside. People are separated, you know, starting to be in their cool, you know. AC is at the booth signing, you know, having this moment. Jupe is moving about. No, he's in the green room hanging out with the other people who know him and haven't got a chance to see him on previous tours. And then Micah is like still on the stage, but like talking to fans. It's crazy. Why are you still on the stage? Anyway, I'm getting the team together that are doing merch and all that, and we're moving past that. I go to look for Peace because at one point in the night, you always got to go to look for peace, right? So I go to look for peace, not inner peace. No, because when you find him, it won't be that. P.E.A.C.E. Went to go look for P.E.A.C.E. Catch him, but as I catch him, you got to wrangle him a little bit. Every time. Certain artists, you got to let them know you there. So I go, bam. We good? We good? You good? Yeah, I'm good, bro, I'm good. I just got that manager's sixth sense. Like, this is not, there's nothing wrong. That's something wrong. So now I'm looking at his eyes. He's kind of fixated. I'm good, but he's like, I'm good, bro. Don't worry about me. I'm like, all right. Let him go to turn around and speak to somebody else. I can't remember who. And then I turn back around out here. Oh shit, boom, 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 3 or 4. Oh shit, not the whole crowd. Just the 3 or 4 people who kind of figured out what's going on. This dude done bit. And I have to say it like that. I can't say has been. This dude done bit some random white girl. We are not in LA. Mind you. We somewhere fresh out of the city because we not far gone yet. Like I said, we like 2 in. But we not in LA. And as you move out of LA, the appreciation for the mixular thing tends to dwindle off, right? The tolerance fades away. I look, she white, so of course I could see. I'm like, oh my God, we going to jail. We going to jail. Who got their scraps up? Because we going to jail. Get your affiliations in order. I grab him. Dude, what the? He's like, oh, He's talking to me. I still have business going on. I'm closed out at that time. Like, I got the bread. But I'm still like, you know, merch still got to go to the van. I'm still wondering if getting to the moving parts to get up out of here, right? Now I got to manage this. But it's in a weird sense of chaos that's not so chaotic. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So he bites the girl. Then he goes back up to the girl. I'm like, whoa. I'm not that close at this point. I'm like, he goes back up to the girl. And as I get close, I do hear him saying, yeah, I'm about to move on down from your face all the way down to that vajayjay. I was like, the grown-ass man saying vajayjay is crazy. As a mode of like macking up somebody, you literally just, yeah, they just start splashing. Big. You know what I mean? Long story short, the long setup short story, this girl was intrigued. She had money. She had a nice little whip, little convertible, foreign. I won't say exactly whatever. But she did have that haircut of white girls who date or deal with black dudes, that little like country bob thing, like that short. She had the haircut, so maybe he read that. I don't know. But that was a little aggressive. So he's next thing you know, I see he's in the car with her. Boom! To where the next day, which is common, right, with the fellowship, I gotta go looking for these motherfuckers anyway. Yep. Yes. This is the program. And I know they don't want to hear this one, but I know the program. I'm going to get up. Jupe is going to be pretty much ready, right? But Jupe went away for a while, so he no program. You know, niggas who've been locked up, no program, right? So he get up, he basically folded up, ready, bam, and annoyed because he's the biggest, he's the grizzly bear. He's already annoyed. You feel what I'm saying? So whatever, we don't care. Get him. That's good for me. On this particular day, if I remember correctly, Micah has already, I'm going to pick people up at 10 o'clock in the morning, a.m. All right, we're starting to get this going, so we get on the road. Micah already is banned from the bar. The bartender and the bar manager is already like, you're the manager? I'm like, yeah. He's like, he is banned from the bar already. It's 10. Get your ass in the car, man. Boom, let's go. Oh, big brother, we fall love, bro. No, let's go. Boom. Got Micah. AC, as typically, is committed to being the last motherfucker out the room. Boom, 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 boom. AC the type where, as a manager, you got to go get hit. You got to have the other key, right? With the threat to come into the room. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, man, Ace. Come on, Ace. Fuck. It takes 14 hours to get to the next place, bro. We don't got this type of window. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, I do have the key, motherfucker. Come on, man. Damn. So after this is what managers end up having to do. Oh, I'm gonna be out there, bro. Stop tripping, bro. Damn, man. I just rocked the whole stage lights now. Because he want his rock star treatment off rip. You feel what I'm saying? Hurry up. But what I know as a manager is we got like 2 hours. I would never knock on your door knowing we didn't have 2 whole hours for you to fuck off one of them. So I'm acting like we got to go right now, but we got some time. So now I'm like, damn, where's Peace? I already know. I got to go find Peace. You in the city at somebody's house, snoring. Or doing whatever else he's doing in the morning. You know what I mean? So I go figure out how to find Peace in the city I'm not from. I pull up to this house. The girl from the night is like coming out like, I'm sorry if Peace was anybody. Peace was single at this time, so I do know that. But if, who's up? Anyway, so she's waving him off like he's going off to the war. He like, all right, baby. He talking like they've been together forever. I get him, and we go from there. Immediate argument in the car, just to mention it. Peace gets in the car. He's last. Who else is last? Kilu. Kilu is the low-key, the DJ, right? Kilu Grand from the DJ. He's the low-key, like, oh, I'm easy to deal with. None of them are easy to deal with. He's just easier to deal with. So when I had to get Kilu, he hit me with the zen, like, oh, no, I'm right there. He had me believing he already in the car. That's what Kilu would do. I'm in the car, basically. I'm waiting on you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm looking at you here, Lou, but all right, fuck it. Bam. So we get in the car. That's a whole nother story. I got to tell y'all the story, the rest of that story. I'm not going to start out with long-ass stories because y'all not used to listening to me talk about fucking random hip-hop stories. But that story ended up in me pulling off the road and like, no, y'all got to fight right now. We not leaving till somebody run this. Because the argument that busted out in the van after I had to go get everybody was crazy. Like, one van, me in the as the driver, Jupe in the front and as the navigator seat, AC behind him, Micah, and then P.E.A.C.E in the back row. Switch AC and Micah. Micah was on that side. Peace versus Micah. Ace versus Jupe. Ace versus Micah. Kilu. DJ Harmony in the back trying not to be a nothing. And Hines Buchanan. Hines was there. And if you know Hines gonna do two things. Take a long ass walk out of nowhere and nobody know where he is and talk your goddamn ear off. with all facts and first and last names of situations, every relevant to every spot that you pull up to. But he ain't getting into no confrontation with these motherfuckers. He just may giggle and like prod it to go a little further by the giggles. But I'll come back and tell y'all about the fight. The fight is crazy. I probably should have told the fight, but the story is about the beautiful balance of artistic genius, personal inner chaos, and a really committed person to a group, to the group, to whatever was family. He's committed to that. Lateral to committed to getting faded. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of chaos. It's beautiful at one point. It's very ugly a lot of times. In hindsight and in retrospect, it's one of the dopest and most himself people I've ever met. And if you have to lose your life, or if you have to leave the world in what we would call a short version, because I feel like his life ended too short, I wish everybody had as rich an experience and a lively experience, an eventful experience as P.E.A.C.E, as Mtulazji Davis, my little bro. If you get a chance, go check out his catalog. He has plenty of music to listen to, and you'll see his influence and impact on the other rappers that you listen to now, Lil Wayne included, fucking I don't know, whoever. So I don't know how we continue to give props and praise to people who are passed away in music outside of listening to their music, you know what I mean? So go check him out. One love, you know, it's me, BADRU, BADRU. I'll come tell some more fucking hip-hop stories. I got all the indie hip-hop stories. These niggas did not want me to tell these stories, because what you gonna do? It's not like you have to be like, man, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm not lying. I'm just having a good time telling them and trying to make better use of my random time in the car, because I'll sit in here and just listen to songs. Holla!